mini... Oh, go on.
I don't click record yet.
Oh, no.
I've clicked it now.
Alrighty. So, I think for the most part, most of you are fairly familiar with the world of Faerun, one of the primary realms within the core storyline of D&D. Faerun consists of multiple regions such as Icewind Dale, the Sword Coast, and Thay. In Thay, there are what are called the Zaltir, the rulers of Thay that hold precedence over certain parts of magic, certain schools. Thay was a flourishing society at one point until the Zaltir of Necromancy, the Lich Zaz Tam, took control, turning Thay from a magical and scholarly paradise into a horrific kingdom of the undead. The wicked Thayan Lich, Zaz-Tam, and his red wizards once threatened the Sword Coast with conquest. During this time, the free cities of the Sword Coast fought back against the hordes of Thayan dead and their wicked masters. They knew, however, that there was no surviving this conflict so long as Zaz-Tam had access to his ultimate weapon, a magical device known as the Crimson Gate. You three were a part of a special force brought together by the Free Kingdoms to enter Thay and destroy the Crimson Gate. You succeeded, wading through a sea of undead, fighting against an army of red wizards, and even managing to kill the corporeal form of Zaz-Tam. But the destruction of the Crimson Gate came at a price. The price of your lives. And those who die in Thay are whisked away to the dread vaults beneath the Thay-mount. But lucky for you, you're given a chance. Not only to survive, but to end the Red Wizard threat once and for all. As we come to, I need you all to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
That's our first natural one of the day.
Followed by
Right off the bat.
both crits.
Followed by a natural 20.
Not a
25.
natural, but a 20.
Oh.
I have like a +7 to my con save.
Alrighty. So, the first to awaken is Titania. Titania, who is played by Ranna. As you awaken, you arrive in a shadowy hall with glowing teleportation circles etched into the floor. As you sort of groggily stand up, you see that these walls are almost ebony black, but they shift as if constructed of smoke. Before you stands a female individual cloaked in a sort of red robes of intricate designs, robes that you have seen before, as they are the robes of a red wizard. However, the symbol of Thay has replaced the symbol of Zaz-Tam upon her robes, and she looks more alive than other red wizards that you have fought in the past. As you awaken, can you describe your character a little bit, please?
Obviously, it's another towering female half-orc. Her skin a slightly minty green color. Eyes a piercing red rimmed with violet almost. Hair's a mixture of gray, white, and a similar minty to her skin tone. She hefts a massive great axe on one shoulder, wearing what appears to be the pelt of a rather large wolf on her shoulders.
As you stand up, taking in your surroundings and the visage that stands before you, Leigh,
Yes.
your character, Zara, you begin to stir and see much of the same things, as well as this half orc individual and the red wizard, the female red wizard. What does Zara look like? Explain Zara a bit.
Alright, how tall is your character, by the way, Ranna? In like feet?
Uh, Feet-wise, I imagine she's probably at least 7 foot.
Okay. So I am taller. That's nice to know. Because what you see stand up is a redskin tiefling, pretty much around 8 foot, with horns curled around the ears and short, spiky pink hair, like vibrant pink, with what seems to be burn marks on the left side of her lower face. Her arms are wrapped up in bandages, and she just seems to be wearing a mixture between street clothing and traditional monk clothing.
Huh.
Also, I'm sorry, I did just get slightly distracted while you were discussing some stuff there, because I just saw a bit of news thingy then, Santa. That caught me off guard.
Oh,
There are 2 new Dead by Daylight games coming out.
hey, that's nice.
One of them a 4-player PvE,
Oh,
and one of them a narrative game made by the same people who made The Quarry and the Dark Picture
Super
anthologies.
Giant?
Yeah,
Nice. I was wondering what they were going to do next. Well, that's
Fascinating.
good to know.
but yeah, shoot, just get up, just stretch. Well, not exactly what I was expecting, but I suppose this will do.
As long as you're not an illusion. Kinda just squinting at you.
Says the potential other illusion.
What's the odds of us both being an illusion?
From experience, pretty high.
As you are discussing mortal consciousness with illusions and the fact that two illusions would not recognize each other as illusions, um, if wizard, your character, if you would like to introduce your character to the
Am I
fray.
conscious or am I just laying on the floor?
You do come to conscious, and you do see a massively tall half orc and an even taller tiefling, and you do see a enshrouded red wizard. But as you look at her, her form, as they're talking about illusions, and the other two of you can see this, as the lower you go down, the more her form kind of shifts and becomes smoke like this crimson smoke.
Right. Well, Willow's eyes snap open at once, and the tabaxi, about 5'9" in stature, medium build, and fur in the pattern of a snow minx or a pewter minx, gets back up from all fours onto his 2 feet. He's wearing a strange patchwork robe. Almost not like a Boy Scout, but with like various patches all over it with different symbols of different items all over them. Sort of but at his around his neck, hanging from his neck, is a religious amulet, but one that is not recognizable at least to those who spend time on the material plane. He gets up. Right. What was I up to again? Must have been quite the night.
As you ask this question, the red visage looks up. Dying. That is what you were up to.
Nope, right. Nope, it's coming back to me now.
As you say this, you remember being a part of the main forces. All three of you do. As you marched into Thay, wading through armies of undead, and you remember seeing this giant, monolithic, crimson metal gate filled with this red mist at the center as pools of aberrations and undead were marching out from it before you three were amongst the group that sacrificed their lives to bring it down. Massive magical explosions, badass scenes of just everything on fire, but at the cost of your lives.
The fire was nice.
Oh dear, Mother's going to give me an earful for this one.
Figures that everyone stated.
I'm pretty sure my mom probably would have liked the fact that I died fighting.
We recognize each other, right?
Yes, you would have all have spent a little bit of time together. You were all part of the army that marched in. The sort of various free nations having sent in a military force to Thay to stop the Crimson Gate. So yes, you all have met each other and seen each other before. As to the amount, I will leave that up to you.
Roll a percentage dice to see how much we interacted.
If that is what you desire, feel free.
Yeah, that would work perfectly.
So, being that we're dead and all, what exactly does that mean in terms of... Well, I'm going to be quite frank. This is not what I was expecting the afterlife to be like.
That's because I don't believe it is the afterlife.
You would be correct, Demonkin. Luckily for you three, in Thay, death is not permanent. She sort of stands a little bit taller before she gives a slight bow. I am Serena. It was I who brought you here. Welcome to Thay, I suppose. And as she sort of spreads her arms, all you see is this black fog, misty walls around you. Or at least the guardhouse of Thay.
Yeah, I was about to say, if this is a place, it's pretty small.
Thay is more than just a place. It is a connection. And a vast one. What you are more familiar with would be the realm and kingdom of Thay. But that is not the extent of the grasp of Thay and its nation. As you can see, I am a red wizard. And like many red wizards who chafe under the rule of Zaz Tam, I would like to see him gone. And seeing as you have laid the groundwork while alive, well. See, Thay was once the land of learning and power. Now, because of Zaz Tam, death scours Thay while the Lich Lord ignores all concerns, other than his quest to become a god. If his mad plans are left to run their course, none will be left alive. This is a magic gatehouse from which I can send you to the Doom Vault, the heart of the Lich Lord's domain. The Doom Vault is a secret laboratory and containment structure beneath which lies a hidden storehouse where the phylacteries of Zaz Tam and his lich subordinates remain. With your aid, I seek to break those phylacteries and send them to the afterlife once and for all. I offer you an opportunity to finish the job that you started, to take the fight to the Lich Lord. The reward will be your return to the plane of living. What say you?
I knew bringing down that gate wasn't going to be the end of him. There's always another chapter with Zastam and you red wizards. But what's to say that you're not behind all of this in the first place? I don't like to generalize, but my vast amount of experience with you red wizards is not very... It's not going to make me very fond of working with you.
Many red wizards do not have a choice. We are marked by the curse of Zaz Tam. However, since you have destroyed his corporeal form, and quite a few of the more stronger ones, we are now able to free ourselves. But if he is allowed to take a corporeal form again, then that chance, well, it's a fleeting one even now.
Can I make an insight check?
You can make an insight check.
All right, 25.
25. She appears to be telling you the truth. Um, as she kind of looks on at you. Many in Thay hold the idea that the living are a plague and that death should be cherished. Yet to those who worship death, do you not find it odd that we seek immortality through undeath? For many red wizards, this was thrusted upon us, and for many of us, it is a cage. We seek simply for it all to end, and for the land of Thay to return to the glory it once had.
Willow's gonna scratch the back of his head, or scratch at his ears, and looks to the other two. Well, taking a look around, I don't suppose you lot have any other plans?
I wouldn't mind crunching Zayaten's spine again.
All right, red wizard, sorceress. I'm sorry. We'll work with you, but not because I want to, only because you're the one thing standing between me and basking under the boughs of the Hamadryad. He's gonna heave his mace up onto his shoulders. On my part, you've got yourself a deal. We'll shatter his phylacteries and return ourselves to the material plane, or wherever we end up, I suppose.
Preferably not in the lair of a dragon.
And what of the orc and the tiefling? Will you also accept this quest?
Yeah. Got nothing better to do. Death seems kind of meh. At least not yet.
I mean,
It's tinier.
what is the alternative? To remain dead?
Well, worse. Even now your souls are being pulled on by the Doom Vault, where once your souls reach, you will be transformed into rites that will be placed within his army. So there's not much of an alternative, to be honest.
I mean, they would have a tug of war on their hands for it, but I'd rather this all remain mine.
Wonderful. It seems we are all in agreement, correct?
Yes, I suppose. The work of a peacekeeper never does come to a close.
With that, she will raise her hand, and in it will be a map, which will float out of her hand and begin to unfurl. This is the Doom Vault. It is vast, but lucky for you, you do not have to hit every section. Within the Doom Vault exists white gates and black gates. White gates connect each section of the Doom Vault. For each section of the Doom Vault exists upon another realm of existence. Each one a different demi-plane to the last. As you use the white gate, you will require, and she brings up her hand, a glyph key, and in it is this strange archaic key crafted of bone and metal, which she will hand off to whoever is willing to take it. This key is valuable, for it not only allows you to move through the white gates, it allows you to disrupt the black gates, which are far more important than the white. For the black gates are the source of Zaztam's powers into the Doom Vault, and they are the gates that lead into the phylactery vaults below. When you have a glyph key, it must be attuned to the section of the Doom Vault that you are in. This one will be attuned to the section that I am sending you to. But there will be other glyph keys that you will need to grab. Once you have destroyed or disrupted the Black Gate, you can use it to return here to the guardhouse where I can teleport you into a new section of the Doom Vault. Once you have been teleported into this new section, the process starts again. 3 black gates. That's the amount that you need to disrupt before I can send you into the phylactery vaults. Do you follow so far?
How exactly do we disrupt a gate?
By closing it.
Exactly. When you hold the glyph key in hand, it will show you how to disrupt. The device knows what to do, you must simply give it the command.
Well,
Huh.
seems simple enough.
However, the Doom Vault is filled with red wizards, liches, the undead armies, and far worse. Zaztam is something of a collector, and he's collected many things over the years. And each thing has been stored within the Doom Vault, and each thing is deadly. And each thing would leap at the chance to get a glyph key and use the black gates to exit. So just know that perhaps it is in your best interest not to hold it someplace that can be easily beseen.
Right. As she was explaining that he was a collector, Willow's brows peak and his eyes grow wide, but as soon as she says that they're all deadly, he just kind of slouches and lets out a big sigh. Got me excited.
As for the extent of my power, if you die within the Doom Vault, I can raise you once more. However, you will be soulbound to me, which means there's a chance that if you do finish, you will not return to life. But you will not be bound to the Red Wizard's armies. You will be free to the afterlife of your choosing. If you die a second time beyond that, then I cannot help you. You will be cast into the Doom Vault where your soul will be encaged forever within a hollow husk.
All right, well, if I'm going to be soul-bound to anyone, I'm going to have to know your name.
I've already mentioned it. Sirana.
Sorry, I'm just, you still got sleep in my eyes, I suppose, and in my ears, maybe.
That is fair. On that, any questions?
He just kind of looks to the other two. Nope, can't think of any.
Any specific creatures or anything that'll be in the area that you're sending us to?
When I send you, you will come to a specific entry point, one of multiple. The Doom Vault, it disrupts most transportations. So to which one you are sent to, I cannot say for certain. However, I can give you a general gist of what to expect. The obvious: red wizards and their servants, vampires that are bound to Zaztam, undead and demons, and old things. Things that haven't seen the light of day for some time. And that's ignoring whatever foul secrets and abominations Zaztam has constructed within his own personal lab.
Why is it always foul secrets and old things with you red wizards?
We were once scholars, and
Mark,
on
you'll
death
have to
that
take
has just been twisted.
Well, no matter what they might throw our way, I will see the boughs of the Hamadryad once more.
Very well. Any other questions? Or shall I teleport you into the Doom Vault?
Well, nope, again, no questions here. Get me down there so I can get out of this place as soon as possible. The stench is starting to get to me.
anxious as one person in a rocking chair room.
Us tabaxi have very sensitive senses. All right.
Good luck, you three. If you succeed, you will be heroes not only to Thay, but to the world. If you fail, well, all of life is doomed. And with that, she whisks her hand, and the runes on the floor begin to glow before you find yourselves falling into blackness.
All of life. Whoa!
And as you fall into blackness, I need somebody to roll me a d20.
Sure.
Who wants to roll it?
13.
Alrighty. So at 13, let's get to there. Let's see. Pardon me as I move through the pages. Alrighty. So, you find yourselves all the way wonderful. Let me get. You know what? You will use a little dragon for this.
Yay, dragon!
Show up.
So soon.
Please, naive. There we go. So, as the darkness fades and as you feel yourselves stop falling, you find yourselves within a vast stony cavern. You stand amongst a circle of runes and sigils carved upon the ground, and as you look around, you notice that this rough cavern has uneven floor with open holes in it. In the east, on a spar of rock, is a contact stone. As this stone begins to light up, you see that your key, the glyph key, begins to glow as well. As it begins to swirl with energies that match the colors of the stone. As you sort of hold back, you can notice that to the southwest of the doors is an alcove that contains a large, ominous black gate. Even more so, though, within this area, the light is green, a soft green hue. What would you three like to do?
So we land. What kind of environment is it? I got like the green hue and all that stuff, but like, what's the
It's
basic?
a stony sort of cavern environment,
Okay.
like you're in a cave. However, you can notice to the north, um, there's the white gate, but to the south, it appears that there is a large sort of almost alcove of sorts filled with like water and this sort of green, even darker, like marsh green water. And to the west of you is another room that if you were to look into, you would also see, but it's much more brighter blue water.
But honestly, I
How
wasn't expecting something quite as lush as this.
Hmm.
Really? That's all you have to say?
Uh, Titania is actually scanning the area. This is a,
would you like to roll me a perception?
of course, this is a pretty big area.
Yeah, Willow's gonna go over to the water and like sniff at it and see if it's fresh.
Uh, the water is in two different rooms. There's the green water in a southern room, and then there's the blue water in the western room.
That is a dirt 20.
Dirt
Yeah, I'm
20,
not going into any
alrighty.
rooms yet.
As you look around, you can see that there have been signs of movement through here, Titania. Things have been scraped against the ground, as if large lumbering creatures have moved past to and fro. There is this deep, rotten smell. Um, and there's this feeling of unease as you stand within this room. Although it's not coming from this room, it's coming from the southern room where you can see the large black marbled gate. Um, this sense of unease runs deep inside of you, as if you feel there's something in that room that the very fabric of reality is like, this should not exist.
Hmm. Well, there's a big old fuck off thing that way. Points in that direction.
What? Can you explain in a way that I might be able to understand?
Uh, it's a little weird to explain.
What you said is there is a big thing over in that direction that can fuck off. I thought that made
Right,
sense.
a big fuck off thing. Right, okay. I'm
Yes.
putting it all together now. Sorry, not the quickest.
From a religious perspective, I suppose the gods didn't want it. Reality doesn't like it, whatever it is.
All right, well, that just confused me further. Let me just take a look myself. Maybe I'll be able to figure it out. Willow's going to kind of go towards. He's not going to go through into any rooms, but he's going to go towards the opening she points to. and kind of just take a look through and see if there's any sort of. He's mostly seeing if there's like a barrier before the room, whether like magical or something like that.
As you walk, as you pass the white gate, you can see stairs leading down into the green water. Do you stop at the stairs or do you go into the green water?
I'm gonna stop and not enter
Okay.
anything until I can take a better look.
As you do, roll me a perception.
26.
26. This room appears as if it was carved out by hand. There are intricate designs on the wall, and the water itself, although green, looks to be just water. Perhaps this water is giving off that light, that green light that appears to be lighting up the entire area. However, as you sort of move a little bit towards it, you can see that the water, it doesn't ripple like water should. It doesn't flow like water should. It's gelatinous.
Oh, dear. Yep, I can see what the big great fuck off thing was now. Some sort of goo, perhaps a gel. Or a jelly.
Even worse, as you say that, luckily it doesn't hear you, but you can now see it. Floating in the room, hundreds of unblinking eyes stare into this room from the long walls of glistening green stone. The floor of this chamber is covered with vicious slime that drips from 4 stalagmites. Floating in this room, above the slime, is a round entity with multiple tendrils, each one ending in a strange, inhuman eye. The face of this creature, long, fanged mouth that stretches around into a cruel smile, and a central, massive eye, as what stands before you is a beholder. However, it has not noticed you yet.
Willow's ears immediately just go flat backwards, and he just takes one silent step, focusing on the pads of his feet backwards
All right,
towards
what's
the
been
other two.
seen?
Can you roll me a stealth?
It's alive.
What's
Fuck.
alive?
He's walking backwards. His ears go flat on his head. And I rolled a nat 1.
You just trip and fall backwards.
I'm pretty sure.
As you trip and fall backwards, I need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
12.
12. Alrighty. Oh no, you're one off. As you trip and fall backwards, you find yourself falling further past than where the floor stopped originally. As the ground beneath you caves in, as you are now falling into a sinkhole.
Shit.
If anybody would like to help him, they can roll me a dexterity saving throw as well. Or strength. One of the
Yes. Strength is definitely better than dex.
Alrighty. Feel free to roll me that strength.
That is a 28.
God damn.
28 as you rush to grab him. As you grab him, Willow, as you look below in the darkness, you see these lumbering sort of skeletal undead creatures that are impaled upon these spikes, but they're still alive, grasping up towards you. This sort of clattering sound as they do.
Pull me up. Pull me up.
You are pulled up, you see a large shadow beginning to cast upon the wall as the beholder is coming closer to this room.
Oh, shit.
I don't see you landing on your feet in that thing.
We don't have time for this. Get behind something quickly. Willow's going to head for the nearest boulder or rock and try to see if he can hide.
Alrighty,
Uh,
all of you roll me a. Can all of you roll me a stealth?
Do I recognize it as a beholder, by the way?
Yes, you do.
Okay, I know what that is.
Hmm.
We're dealing with a beholder here.
Uh,
Rolling stealth, right?
Yes.
22. We're
I don't think
back.
I don't think I'm hiding because that's a 9.
That's a 9. Alrighty. And what about Zara, Leigh?
What? Sorry, I zoned out.
There's a beholder entering the room. Everybody's rolling stealth. Would you like to roll me some stealth?
Can I because
40.
Ranna's character, Titania, because Titania is pulling me up, I'm going to cast guidance on her when I tell her to
Want me to
hide.
roll again?
No, it's just going to give you a D4 that you can add to it.
Yes. Zara got a 14.
That brings it up to 13.
As you all hide, the large beholder enters the room. As it does, its eye begins to look around, and you can actually see now that the beholder appears to almost have runes running along its face, crimson sigils of sorts, and a sort of exposition throughout its central eye. As it looks around, um, you feel, those of you that are magic casters, feel a disconnect to whatever gives you your source of magic as the large eye passes over you. And once you are no longer in its visage in that sort of area, that disconnect breaks and the connection returns. As the eye looks around, the beholder begins to move back, floating into the room. And as it does, you can hear it mumbling words that don't really make sense, unnatural sort of words that spell out in your mind as it speaks. Yet you don't even understand what it spells out, these sigils, these runes. But as it speaks, you get the faint impression that it's mumbling in frustration and grumpiness as it floats back into the green liquid room.
Willow does know Thayan, Undercommon, and Sylvan, by the way, just so you're aware.
So then you would hear it basically mumble, must have been the wind.
What language was it in?
The common.
Nice. Fuck yeah. All right. I think the coast is clear, but we have to stay low. Whatever that thing is, I don't think we can take it head on. I lost my connection to the Hamadryad's roots as soon as its eyes peered over me.
Well, yeah, that's what a beholder does.
Oh, well, aren't you the beholder expert suddenly?
I hunt monsters for a living, buddy.
Okay, fair enough. So, what's the other idea then? Perhaps we go to this other room, the more blue one. The one with the less eyes, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
It could be something worse than the beholder if you think about it.
I really would rather not think about it too much, but perhaps we just take a little look and hope for the best.
Don't stress too much, you'll go bald.
All right, it's no laughing matter. And Willow will, I guess, lumber towards the blue water room and not passing any portals or anything. He's going to take a look at the entrance and make sure it's not cursed or has any sigils or weird inscriptions on it.
Roll me an Arcana.
16.
You don't see anything that shows any signs of curse.
Okay, well, that's good. Hey, Monster Hunter, why don't you take a little peek inside?
Sure. Comes over, leans head in.
So, the walls of this cavern are the same dark shade of blue as the pools of water that fills the center of the area.
Oh.
Ripples spread across the surface as if the water has been recently disturbed. Around the cavern, narrow alcoves hold enormous globes of blue liquid suspended in the air. And the west side of the room is a black gate. On the wall near it is a contact stone, similar to the one that glue with your key when you entered.
Can I roll anything to see if this is like either a lab or possibly another layer to
You can
another
roll me an
creature?
insight.
Cool.
And what did you say it did with the key?
The contact stone glue with the key when you had
Glue with it.
entered. You can assume that was it tuning to the area.
Gotcha.
That is a 15.
Alrighty. As you walk in, you get the feeling that this is not a lair. It is not a lab. It is containment. This is something similar to the pools that you would see in Waterdeep or Neverwinter that merchants or rich people would have of baby krakens or deep sea fish or sharks, like an aquarium of sorts. Except you get the feeling that whatever's in that water, if it's in a red wizard aquarium, is probably best not to disturb. Because the red wizards are far more entertained by the prospect of it breaking loose and killing people than it just being something pretty to show to the kids.
Right. How fond are you of fish?
Oh, I love them. Seafood's one of my favorite things in the world. Back home, me and Mom used to spend days and days by the creek catching crayfish and small little flatfish. Oh man, it was wonderful. We'd have a big deep fry and all the family would come and eat. Like a banquet.
That does sound good. But I get the feeling that this is more of an aquarium thing, and it is in a red wizard thing vault.
Oh, right.
So whatever's in the water, we don't want to let know we're here.
Preferably, like to have everything not know we were here. But
More or
we-
less, but we will have to go in there, I assume. That is the gate we need, yeah?
With the fact that it glows and the way that magic seems to work with these red wizards, usually that's a pretty good sign, yeah. Or it's a trap.
As you say, it's a trap. The water ripples.
Well, that seems ominous.
Titania,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Marvelous.
How far across is the water?
The water is approximately like a 30 feet wide, 30-foot long pool of water. How
Yeah.
deep you cannot tell.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
22. Alrighty. Talia.
Mm.
Sorry, Titania. Don't know why I called you Talia. As you are talking, you feel something slide against your leg. before you feel a tendril lock on and you are pulled along the ground towards the water.
What?
Oh,
Titania! Can I try to grab her as she swoops?
This-
You can roll me a dexterity saving throw or a strength saving throw. Zara
this
can as
thing,
well.
this thing has grabbed my leg.
Yes. It's a
Yes.
19 for the
Uh,
dexterity save.
Utilizing Tavern Brawler, can I grab it back and yank with my
And
arms?
you can try.
Hmm. It is a bonus action, so.
If you would like, you can try.
And that is a strength. That was a natural 20.
Wonderful.
20.
It will not. It will not work in this case because
Cool.
physics. Because despite your strength, as you try to pull back, as Willow is trying to help you, Leigh, what is Zara doing? Doing this, by the way, or is Leigh zoned out again?
As I'm again, sorry.
Lay.
I'm just
No, you're
zoning out
okay.
all today.
You are okay. So the scene is there's the second room, this pool of water. A tendril has come up. It's wrapped around Titania's leg, is pulling her in. Willow's trying to assist her. Titania's trying to grapple the tendril to pull whatever it is up. What are you doing?
I'd assume going to train up as well, so
Righty.
26 on the deck save.
Alrighty, so Titania, you will be safe from being pulled into the water. However, as you try to pull it up, it's heavy. And I don't mean it's like picking up a box heavy. I mean whatever it is massive.
Ah.
And as you make contact with it, you hear in your head, "Give me the key."
Joke's on you, I'm not the one with the key.
She's the only one that hears that?
Titania is the only one that hears that. But Titania, as you say that, then I will drag you all in. And more tendrils begin to come out of the pool.
The hell are you talking to? And he's just, so when I made the deck save, was that quick enough to at least grab onto her?
Yes, Willow is safe from being pulled in at the moment.
Okay.
Willow
The
just
tendrils are rising
clinging
up
to one
towards us.
another.
One second. Sorry, this is a class I haven't played, or not the Peace Domain anyway.
Given that I do hunt monsters, do I recognize the
Roll me an
general?
Arcana.
Cool. Arcana. I get a +6 to that. Nice. 23.
Your first thought might have been a kraken, but the tendrils of a kraken are armored. And the voice of a kraken is far more bestial and primal. Whatever this was, it's intelligent, it desires, but still has tendrils. You think it might be an aboleth. Actually, as you roll that, you can see on the tendril, similar to the beholder, crimson runes encircle and swirl around the tendril.
Can I use my action to use Emboldening Bond on everybody?
Yes, what does that do?
Basically, everyone gets to add a D4 for 10 minutes. Everyone gets to add a D4 to their attack rolls, ability checks, or saving throws, but only once per turn. So, you can't do it multiple times, but once per
Alrighty.
turn.
Once per turn.
Add
Cool.
D4 to pretty much anything.
Basically mass guidance in a way.
Yep, exactly.
Alrighty. Sweet. So then in that case, as you cast that magic, the tendrils sort of slipping on the ground into the pool before you can see, as all of you feel almost like a bit more warm on the inside, but that warmth does not last long as this cold presence enters the room, as a large sort of serpentine creature raises its head out of the water, tendrils along its body, as you can see a wide crimson eye staring outwards like a pearl as it looks upon you. And this time you can all hear, "Give me the key."
Is anybody grappled yet?
I
No one
mean,
is grappled yet.
No one is grappled yet. Oh, I've got a key for you right here, buddy. And he's just gonna kind of like pat his mace against from one hand and pat it against the other. Titania, you're the damn monster hunter. What the hell are we supposed to do with this thing?
that's
By
an aboleth.
by the looks of things, we get a giant axe, we carve it up, and we serve it up as calamari.
I am not
Santa?
a squid.
Santa?
Yes.
I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom. What are you doing?
Calamari
Oh,
mackerel.
it's just okay. Wisdom saving throw. He passes, sadly.
What did he roll?
He rolled a. Let me go back up so I can redo the math. Yeah, he rolled a 19.
Yep, that just about passes.
Yep. Oh, is your DC 18?
No, DC 16.
Ah. Yes. But as he looks at you, his eye focuses on you, Willow. As he stares at you for a while as if he's thinking, "You are not a red wizard."
Well, I'm so sorry to disappoint you.
Yet you carry a key.
Oh, yes, this right here. I'm gonna kind of like dangle it in a viciously mockery sort of fashion. Right, yes, no, this was a gift.
Give it to me.
Oh, well, you know how it goes. It would be very unwise if I were to do that. It was a gift after all. I can't just be passing it down. Be very rude.
You would withhold my freedom.
And you would take us?
I mean, generally speaking, we are here to take care of the guy that kind of put you here.
And what's to say we can't all have our freedom?
If we take care of this person that put us all here, surely that means freedom for us all, no? Freedom and a bit of payback.
Freedom for you. But I am an aboleth, and so long as their vermin control this place, I will remain a prisoner,
You do realize
whether lich or other.
you do realize what we're trying to do is take care of said vermin that is controlling this place, no?
Only for him to be replaced by another.
Are you saying that you're not fast enough to get out of a situation?
I am saying that my vengeance runs deep.
Ah,
Right, as does ours. In fact, we're the ones responsible for felling the Crimson Gate. There's no other capable heroes than us lot to possibly have a chance of having this place fall as well.
Then a trade.
do love a bit of diplomacy. Yes, what is it you desire?
The key, so that I may escape.
Okay, well,
In
that
it,
isn't. Sure, go on.
as price for that, I will not only let you live, but I will tell you how to defeat Thoraxia, the Beholder.
Oh, you mean the one right over there?
Yes, a similar victim, but I do not mind sacrificing her for my own freedom.
Titania.
Hmm.
Sidebar, Titania. Just excuse us for one moment. We'll be right with you. Do you know how to kill the Beholder?
Never killed one, but I'm pretty good at killing things.
But, like, you know how to, right? Theoretically.
Theoretically, but we are in a death realm. So it probably has some sort of gimmick.
Right, I'm sure everything has some sort of gimmick. But I feel like we have much higher chances of maybe slaying this beast than the other one.
I
Although
mean,
the fact that it seems fairly sentient does leave a few moral qualms to be confronted, but I don't want to think about that right now.
there is another way.
You do understand that aboliths make illicits terrified, right?
No, I don't know the first thing about that. But his ears do perk up at Zara. And how exactly would we go about that?
So, to say that we were supposed to help you there, Aboleth, can you even leave this place on your own volition? Like this room?
With the Black Gate I can, but I require the key.
Right. So you can't leave this room if you don't have the key.
Yes.
Okay, there goes my idea. Because if that works for this kind of thing, I'm assuming similar situation for Beholder. Never thought we was gonna get two monsters to fight each other. Oh well.
Oh, don't despair, tiefling.
No, not to worry. No one's despairing over here. Alright, what the hell are we going to do about this thing? I can try to, nudge its mind in a certain way and maybe get it to do what we want, but this is just, it's not going. I just don't know if brute force is necessarily going to go in our favor. What was that?
Eh,
Really?
maybe.
Titania, the great monster hunter. Her best ideas,
You want me
That's
to shove you down its throat and see how that works?
I'd really care that you not do that. Instead, give me a great plan.
I mean, hacking and whacking at it is usually what I go with. I'm not the plan maker.
Speaking of, where is our plan maker? Didn't we have one of those when we failed Crimson Gate?
I think he got eaten. But we weren't at the Crimson Gate.
Oh, dear.
It was delicious.
Oh, that was you?
Alright, added just about enough out of you. Alright, so we have a 30-foot span that we would have to cross. Now, I do have a way of getting across the span without going into the water. But those tendrils are going to be another issue. Alright, here's this. You see these patches on my cloak? Well, you've seen them before, yes? They're not
Yeah.
actually patches, they're magic. And I've got a whole lot of ladders left in my arsenal. So many ladders. 24-foot ladders, actually. We
I
just
mean-
throw a couple of those ladders across. to each other. We use those as a makeshift bridge, and we just avoid his tendrils all the way.
I mean, I can make it up. I can make it over anyway.
What do you mean?
I'm a monk. I can run across that wall and not fall in.
Okay, well, technically I can too, with my crafty claws and my misty stepping ability, but what about Titania? We can't just leave her behind. She's invaluable to our cause.
Is it not a case that we
quite
just
strong.
get over, grab something, and then make it back to the door?
Well, I think once we're across, we just go through the gate, right? We just have to be faster than... what was your name again?
It speaks in your minds where you cannot understand the words that it speaks.
Right, thank you. Whatever the hell that was. We just have to be faster than that.
So, the area that it said, is it water?
It is
Or like a
indeed
liquid?
water.
Okay. So I could technically also just run across that as well, but that runs the risk of it just being able to grab me. Whereas
Yes.
running along the wall does not. Because level 9 monks gain the ability to move along vertical surfaces and across liquids without falling during my move.
There's still a chance it could grab you, but there's less of a chance of it grabbing you on the walls than it grabbing you when you're just right by it.
I mean, depending on how high up I go up on the wall,
It should be stated that as an aboleth, this is a large creature. So it is like its main body is larger than an elephant's, and you can only see about a little bit of its body. Like the rest of it's underwater, and the tendrils that you can see are rather long. But again, there's less of a chance of it getting you on the walls than there is of you walking like right past it and it just reaching and grabbing you.
Didn't you guys just like freeze the water?
Do I look like a damned wizard to you? He does kind of look like a wizard. A little bit.
Titania just deadpan staring.
freeze the
Point
water?
is,
No.
I'm not.
Freeze enemies? Potentially.
We don't even need to necessarily fight it. We just need to slow it down and get across very quickly so that it can't grab us with those nasty little tendrils of its and pull us down there. I hate being submerged.
I know, you take sand baths. It's weird.
I am becoming impatient.
Right, be right with you. A moment more, sorry, these sidebars can take some time. Alright, Titania, do you have any way of getting across the water?
I am not a particularly strong swimmer. I can try. I mean, unless I totally like jump on the dude and then jump off of him. But that would be kind of difficult.
Right. Here's what we do. I have a patch right here. He's going to point to his like lower left forearm, and it looks like an iron gates on one of the patches. This here will give us an iron door. We throw the iron door patch at him, drop the door on top of him. In his state of not being able to see, you jump onto the door and sort of lily pad, jump off the door onto the other side. It's going to be quite the leap. It's about 15 feet each way, but I don't see any other way at this point.
Suppose that works. We'll have to be fast about it, though.
I'll have to be extremely fast about it. All right. He's going to put his hand on... Oh, wait, I already did. Oh, I can probably double up guidance and the emboldening bond. Fuck yeah. Okay, I'm going to cast guidance on you again. Just don't trip. All right, I think we've come to an agreement.
Gone.
Right, here's what we were thinking. Oh, fuck it. And he's gonna go ahead and throw the patch. How does exactly do these? Hold on, let me read this. I should read this before I just throw one of these out here. This robe is too much fun.
Probably useful items.
Yep. It's. I can detach one of the patches, causing it to become the object or creature it represents. Okay, so I'm going to leap over, because I can't really, like, throw it, I don't think, and have it, like, become the object in midair. So I'm going to leap over the aboleth and use my action to detach the iron door patch and spawn a 10-foot iron door. 10 feet wide and 10 feet high. Horizontally, and I'm going to slam it down on top of it.
Alrighty, as you do, because the aboleth is telepathic and was reading y'all's mind.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I do need you to roll me a I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Aha, I'm good at wisdom. 15.
Oh my god, by one again.
Wait, I failed by one?
No, you succeeded
Oh,
by
thank
one
God.
this time. As you feel it probing into your mind, luckily you are able to get the patch out and you're able to drop the iron gate. As you do, it roars and chitters this sort of like inbreathing as you see the tendrils wrapping up on the water. You all have some time to be able to do stuff. What are the other two? What are you, Zara and Titania, doing?
I am going with the plan.
Yep, just jump right behind me.
Yep, time to
I
run.
assume that will take acrobatics, correct?
Yes, because its tendrils are whipping around, so I do need some acrobatics from the both of you as you're rushing past.
That is a 22.
Oh, Leigh.
No.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oh
They-
no!
Oh
They
no,
do
no,
add a
no, Leigh.
D4.
Yeah, well, it's a natural one. As a wait, do you not get advantage in acrobatics?
I believe it's for. Hang on. You're
Is
talking
that a
about
monk class
evasion
thing?
stuff.
I'm talking about evasion. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
But why don't I get
Um,
advantage anyway? Because this thing is just whipping around blindly, and therefore I cannot see
I'll
it.
give you. Yeah, I'll give you advantage.
We
It's
did put
blind.
the door
It's
specifically
blind.
over its
Yeah.
eye. Yeah.
Alrighty, that's
Holy shit.
significantly better. As you rush over towards the black gate, with the key in hand, as it's whipping around, it's screaming and yelling. And actually, as it yells, you can hear it yelling,
Thraxia, intruders.
as it does, you can see the green glow beginning to move along the hallway that you came. As you see small creatures moving along the wall, these single-eyed winged creatures with tendrils, and you see behind them is the beholder beginning to enter the room as well.
Just
Um,
as it does so, Zara's just going to look back, and playing on how Beholder's egos work, is just going to shout out, "You do realize this one just tried to make a bargain with us for us to kill you, right? This one wants you dead."
Good move. Good move.
She rolled a natural one. She did not hear that.
Oh no.
So she's kind of looking at you at this point. As she doesn't seem to understand what you are saying. But she can understand what the aboleth is saying. However, that's because he's telepathic. As you move towards the black gate, Willow, you've got the key, right?
Yes.
Yes. As you move towards the black gate, key in hand, it pulsating and resonating as it begins to like move in your hand as if it's wanting to break free.
Actually, for flavor, it's in my teeth. I'm using feline agility to
Oh.
get across the door as fast as possible.
Okay. So it's in your teeth as it's attempting to move towards the black gate.
I'll unlatch my jaw and let it fly.
As it flies towards the black gate, you can see it going towards the center as it begins to almost enter the sort of black stone doors. As the doors begin to ripple before they begin to fade into smoke. And as they do, you can see that this black smoke becomes crimson before it becomes a bright violet from the key, as the black gate is now, as it has been discharged by the key. And you are now able to use it to get back to the guardhouse if you so desire.
I think we desire. Right?
Definitely
Yeah,
desire.
definitely desire. We gotta put ourselves in a corner here that we need to get the fuck
Motherfucking
out.
aboleth.
As the aboleth, the door rips. As you see the iron starting to become fabric again. As the aboleth roars from the water, as you three begin to enter the door. As you do, Willow, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw again.
Okay. I'm gonna get the. It's 20. I'm gonna add 1d4 just because.
20 is good enough.
Hell yeah,
Also,
24.
you
Yeah.
know what? Just for shits and giggles, because we are getting out of there quickly.
Mhm.
Just as she's waiting for Willow to catch up, she'll just turn around to this. Oh no, it's not Willow. Titania. Waiting for
Hmm?
Say,
Titania.
I'm leading
She's
charge
gonna
here.
look back to the roaring aboleth and be like, why don't you go and just try and do something productive with your life, like drown?
Again.
It's a
Jeez.
cantrip. I can keep this going as long as
I
I
know,
want.
right? Exactly.
It passed. As it just the eye, just this pure rage as it's roaring after you, as you enter the
Hello
guardhouse
again.
again. As you are walk through the walls, the sort of foggy walls of the guardhouse, where you see Sirana, who looks up at you.
You weren't fucking kidding about there being dangerous things in there.
Yes, well, luckily for you, that was one of the least dangerous places.
Oh,
And
great. Did you
aboleth
hear
is
that?
the least.
Did you hear that? Least
There are
dangerous. Oh boy.
far
Right.
worse things in the vault. However, I did not expect you to be sent to the far realm cysts. That was a surprise to me. Um, yes, well, you seem to have gotten rid of one of the black gates. Now you
Uh,
simply need to get rid of two more.
there wasn't another one there with the beholder, was there?
There was another with the beholder.
Are you
However,
doing the
I do
choosing of
not.
where you send us, or is it just sort of one of those magical
Uh,
conundrums where we get
I
sent randomly?
magical conundrums completely.
Okay.
The Doom Vault is guarded against teleportation magics. So since especially now since Zaztam's corporeal form is gone, the Doom Vault is in a way on high alert. However, your escapades with the Aboleth and your daring escape have only made that alertness go even higher.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Yes, so prepare for some more unsavory things. That being said, we are now at an issue. I do not have another key, which means you must find another key within the vaults.
Right. What do you mean you don't have another key?
That was my glyph key that you used. There are other holders of glyph keys throughout the vaults. You'll require them to defeat the Black Gates. Defeat the Black Gates to dispel the Black Gates. Words. Simple things that are treasures of living creatures.
Right. So we need to delve further into this hellhole and find those with glyph keys. Now, I'm not going to be too surprised if you tell us red wizards possess the glyph keys and nothing else, or...
Actually, no.
No.
Zaztam trusts those that are his peers, even less than those he has encaged. Some red wizards do hold glyph keys, but many creatures hold glyph keys. Some are basic undeads who operate purely upon the commands of Guardian. Others horrific monstrosities, and a few foul infernals and demons that he has made pacts with. Actually, in fact, upon the abyssal wards, there is a succubus that holds a glyph key.
No.
Given
I should have taken mother's
circumstances,
advice and become a fisherman.
yes, that probably would have been an easier life. Luckily, though, because you have finished one of the black gates within the far realm cysts, I can always teleport you back to that black gate. Given the circumstances, though, I doubt you would like that.
I mean,
Probably not immediately.
it all depends if there was a key there.
There is a key in each of the vault regions. That I do know for certain. A failsafe in case Zastam ever needs to guard them or he ever needs them personally to destroy the other lich phylacteries. Luckily, he's incorporeal right now, so he can't do such a thing.
Very well.
So I guess my question now is, what happens? Because I'm assuming the teleportation was random. What happens if you send us to a place that doesn't have a key?
When you disrupt the Black Gates, I can send you there personally now as the connection to the guardhouse. Once that happens, you will not be sent there randomly anymore. I
Well,
now have control over. Hmm.
I'm meaning more of because you got control of it being established to that one. But we are run out of keys. If we get sent to a place that has no keys,
Each region has a key. So if you are to teleport to a new region of the Doom Vault, there would be a key. There would be a key holder. Um, so there should be enough keys. I don't see Zaztam as the sort to not make enough keys. Although now that I think about it, it is weird that he even made them in the first place, as they are. There's a lot of things that the Red Wizards do that I still don't fully understand. Same with liches. I connect your soul to a very fragile, small item that could very easily be destroyed.
Who knows? It's magic. They do strange things. Works in strange ways.
That
No
is true.
explaining the magician. All right. Well, I believe our next course of action is to just get sent back down there and do our best to find ourselves a key holder and find ourselves a black gate. Open, close the black gate, disrupt it, and do it all over again.
Yes.
Great. I don't suppose you have anything to eat while we're here.
Luckily, your current forms do not require sustenance. However, exhaustion is still a thing.
No.
You are free to take a moment to take a break. However, by doing so, well, the longer you wait here, the more time passes. What is a day or a couple hours in the Doom Vault is a month in the guardhouse. Or sorry, it's the reverse. Apologies, it's the reverse. What is a day in the guardhouse is a month in the Doom Vault.
This place absolutely makes my head spin. All right, I get it. Time is of the essence. Well, are you lot ready to get sent back in there?
Yeah, I didn't really get to do anything much.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're ready. Do your thing.
Wonderful. Would one of you like to roll me a d20 as you proceed to get teleported?
Who wants to roll it?
I did it last time.
All right, I'll do it this
Sorry, the
time.
Wizard of Leigh.
8s.
8. Alrighty. Okay. Okay.
All right, give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back.
Giving you 30 seconds.
Setting timer for 30 seconds.
One.
Okay, new episode of Mashals out.
Nice.
It says 6.5, which means that it's a double parter.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So, as you were teleported into a room that is similar to that of a garden up in the top right section of the map. Dead and blackened thorny vines cover the walls and floors, which are peppered with small circular holes the size of human fists. In the northeast corner of this room is a black gate. Within this room, focused away from you upon the white gates, the different entry points of this room, are 7 zombies and 2 rights. So about 3 zombies on one door and 4 zombies on the other, and a right on each of those doors. The zombies are these putrid, rotting, simple undead, whereas the rights are more advanced, yet almost terrifying and creepy, half skeletal, half still containing flesh vessels with armor. They have not appeared to notice your teleportation into the room, however, through the black gate. As you enter, what are you 3 doing?
There's 8 of them?
Titania is immediately sizing up.
There are actually 9, 2 rights and 7 zombies.
Okay.
Then
She's just
none of them
gonna.
have appeared to notice you teleport in yet.
Titania is immediately sizing up the zombies to see which one would best have the key.
Well, I guess 2 rights don't make a wrong.
Brother.
Titania, can you roll me either an inside investigation or a perception?
I see. Investigation is better, so I'll do that.
Investigation.
Natural
Alright.
20. So 22.
None of them hold the key.
Hmm.
However, the rights do appear a bit more intelligent and they seem to be on guard.
One second, I'm looking something up.
As
None,
you. Mhm.
none of these guys have the key.
What, the zombies or the whites?
All of them.
Well, either way, they're standing between us and
Yet again, why did we get teleported here if there's no keys?
it's
Oh, there's
probably in
probably.
one of these holes in the wall. You know, the ones that are, about the size of
Oh,
a
it,
fist or
e-
something.
it either means that it is hidden somewhere, or it does mean that there's something controlling the zombies that has the key.
Right.
Zara's
That
gonna.
is terrifying.
You mentioned something about vines, didn't you? With the holes.
Yes, there are holes.
Does it look like the vines are coming out of the holes?
Yes, it does.
Oh dear.
We might not want to step under the holes.
They're on the walls, right? Not the floor.
They're on the floor.
They're on the floor. Okay, gotcha.
Actually, they're on both. Apologies. They are
Okay, they're
on both the
everywhere.
walls and the floor. They are everywhere.
It's so much worse. Great, great.
Is there any way we can get the zombies to fall down into the holes?
They're
The
very
holes
tiny
are only
holes.
the size of your fist.
Ah,
Unless we can make them small, I don't think that's going to work.
Looking over at these zombies, are they stood on the floor where holes are anyway?
Yes, they are.
It doesn't seem to be triggering for them if it is a trigger effect at all. Maybe it
oh,
requires a pulse?
I don't
Zombies
know,
don't
but I
have
don't want
pulses,
to
do they?
test it.
Yes, but their bodies are long since cold, ours are warm, and will attract whatever lurks beneath these stone floors.
Ugh.
I hate it. I hate it so much. My spine is doing that tingling thing just continuously.
You're kind of puffing up a little bit.
I need to get out of this room.
Well, I don't think we can do anything here. Head back and try another room.
I
I
don't
don't
think we
think
can
it's
leave
that
without a
simple.
key.
Ugh. But there's no key in here to take.
That's assuming there is
Got
no
to be
key.
here somewhere. So in this room, is there a black gate there, or is there like another room?
There is the black gate, but there are also two white gates that lead to other rooms. They are opened.
Besides, I think we're gonna have to get rid of the
The undead
zombies
are
first.
keeping guards.
Right. The undead won't be any problem. Let's just gather them up and do one of my little cleric tricks.
Oh, is it the one where you turn them into dust?
More or less, yes. There's more to it than that, but we don't need to go into it.
Hmm.
All right. So we have one group on the other, one side, and another group on the other. We need to get them in the middle, or at least within about 30 feet of each other or so that I can do what I do best. Turn zombies into dust, as you would say. How big is this room?
The room itself is probably about the size of maybe like a average storeroom. Say about 30, maybe 40 feet. 30, maybe 40 feet in width and in length, around about 30.
Oh. So if I just go in the middle, I'll have enough range. Okay, cool.
Yes. However, you are moving, yes?
Uh, not yet. Before I do,
Okay.
do the more intelligent undead, are they carrying swords or like bows? What do they have?
The rights are carrying spears.
Okay.
Hmm. They look like guardsmen in a way.
All right. Um, Willow's gonna crack his knuckles and stroll to the middle of the room. Gentlemen, can I get your attention, please? Ladies as well, sorry.
As you do, the zombies begin to turn as their eyes turn a little bit faster as they look at you. As they do, one of their eyes glows a crimson red. What is the password?
Oh. Ah. He's gonna turn around and look to the rest of the group. Ah, did you hear that? There's a damn password.
Told you we should have tried somewhere else.
We don't have much of a choice now, do we? Gonna turn back around. Do I get any sort of hints or things like that? No? Gonna take your silence as a no. Still no, huh?
This is where we discovered that his Wi-Fi went out.
Yeah, exactly. All the zombies are just staring blankly at the moment. Wait, we can sneak past now. We'll be back in a second, more than likely. Password. There's really no hints or anything.
Maybe it's something to do with the undead.
Either with the undead or with whatever the big boss man.
Big boss man?
You know the asshole we're here. Do you know?
Oh, that's Tam, yeah.
I mean, unless you're assuming that he's not the final boss in this current area.
Well,
Haha! I was right.
he's incorporeal, so.
There we go.
Incorporeal things can still die again.
That's what is
As
stays
you
dead.
say, what are you talking about?
Because Thingy. I've forgotten your name again, Ranna. What's your character's name?
Titania.
Titania mentioned. What did your character just say, Titania?
Oh, I wasn't saying that particular thing in its character.
Oh, I thought you were saying it in character wise. Because given the adventures that Zara's been on in the past with other games I've run around and that lot, with every encountering undead, it's like, yeah, no, and make sure, that are dead, stay dead.
Like, Titania's not stupid enough to talk about killing the zombie's boss while conversing with the zombie.
Yeah, we don't want to upset him.
As you converse with the zombie, the right still looking at you, Willow. What is the password?
Willow's gonna kind of take a look at the ceiling of the room, take a look around for any sort of hints or signs or anything.
I swear if it's going to be something as dumb as just password.
There's no way it's that dumb.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
Accepted.
What?
Really?
What do you say? Wait, what?
What?
I heard accepted.
It is accepted.
Holy shit.
I don't know which one it was.
It just turns out it was just a pre-recorded zombie
Right, was
for
that
that
the hint,
particular
or did we get
response.
the password right? What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. Was
The
that
password is password.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Insight check. See if he's
You roll inside.
being
Fucking
sarcastic.
inside that
Natural
shit.
20.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Oh my god. Oh my
Zara's
god.
just gonna pinch the bridge of it.
This
all
is
between
the
two
man that is
fingers.
going to end the world. His
But
password is
you
password.
do not appear as red wizards.
What gave that away?
Are you saying I'm not a red wizard? Look at me, I am red.
Yeah, red from head to toe.
You are. Roll me a deception or persuasion, please.
They're both over +4 anyway, so. Whee! That one.
Uh,
I mean, let's face it. Remember,
Oh, God.
let's give you
looking like a wizard.
let's give you advantage because Willow I think's helping in that as well.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
It's not on that one. I can get boosted.
It wasn't meant to be.
You are infernal.
Have you never heard of
You
infernal wizards?
belong in the abyssal prisons.
Wait, hold on.
We will call authorities to escort you.
No need for that. No need. We got the password right, didn't we?
Yeah, some of you know.
But you do not look like red wizards.
Well, no,
We're
of
new.
course not. We're new. And who do you think gave us the password?
On top of that, when was the last time you even saw a red wizard? Giants have changed.
None of you are Thayan or human.
Technically speaking, I'm part human.
Times are rough up there. They're having to branch out and reach out for new races and new people to take in.
Willow is going
styles
to
have changed.
speak in. Willow's going to speak in Thayan. Now listen. Obviously, we are here on behalf of the Red Wizards, so you will let us pass.
Roll me persuasion with advantage, because y'all are.
14,
Okay,
I'm going to use emboldening to give it a 1d4.
do it. It's okay.
3, so that's 17.
The two rights look at each other. As the zombies are just sitting there waiting, like the meat puppets they are. Before the two rights look at you, Willow. The orc is half human.
And I was technically born to humans. I mean, technically I was a human at first anyway.
HR did not prepare us
my
for
God.
this. We should have had sensitivity training.
Yeah, honestly, HR is going to hear an
Yeah,
earful from me after this whole situation.
How dare
Your behavior has been most undesirable.
How dare you assume our race?
I don't know. Okay. Password was right, but yeah.
We won't hold it against you.
She's just
It's
gonna
not your fault.
she's just gonna whisper to Titania. If that one's right, does that one over there is that one left?
Huh. Sure.
God, if I wasn't already dead, I'd kill myself.
As the right stand back at the walls and the zombies just sort of like become deactive. As you are now free to move throughout the room.
Oh, dear Lord. All right. I think we're free to pass. There's 2 doors, right?
There are 2 doors.
2 white
One,
gates.
yes, one leads into what appears to be a garden of sorts, while the other leads into a strange room filled with what appears to be nests of sorts.
Well, I'm very particular to the forest. I'd prefer to go there. As whatever's in those nests, I don't think, are going to be songbirds. Thoughts? Okay, no thoughts apparently. Forest it is.
I mean,
Force about what?
we're just going off the idea of sight here. Let me just get that silence back. Can I make a perception check based on hearing to see what each of the rooms sounds like?
You can roll me a perception.
Nat 20.
Damn.
Alrighty. So, the room to the west of you, you can hear sounds of animals strange sounds, not necessarily all of them that you can understand, but they're also you can also hear the sound of people chanting.
To the west,
Sounds like a oh, go on.
to the west, it sounds like a ritual's going on.
To the south, you hear
I thought they were west and east.
west and south.
Okay.
Yep, you're already. So to the south, you hear what appears to be hmm. You hear the sound of leaves rustling like trees. Other than that, though, there's not much else sound.
So
Oh no,
south,
that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. You do hear clanking, like bones moving around.
so south is the garden, east is the nests. West is the nest. Sorry.
Mhm.
Okay. There's rituals going on at the nest as well as like bestial sounds. Down south, it's
Yeah.
just silence and bones, like rattling.
Okay, well, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, the
S-
bones in this room aren't necessarily a problem.
There's a difference
So, what do we
between
want?
there's a difference between zombie and skeleton, in that skeletons are skelly bastards that should grow some fucking skin.
Hey, that's right. That's right. Right. I'm not the monster hunter. Okay. I just honestly, I don't even know why I'm here in the first place.
Well, that's assuming that it's skeletons and not something wearing or utilizing skeletons.
What do you mean utilizing skeletons?
Skeleton
Ah,
ball.
there's certain creatures that actually use bones as sort of an armor plating.
Oh, great, great, great. All right. Well, Colt or Bone Monster.
It's about I get the feeling that we know roughly more of what to expect with a ritual compared to silence and bones. Although, then again, I
It's true.
guess if we approach
Hmm.
quietly and silently, we may be able to get a better peek in before anything spots us.
Hey,
Right.
Santa.
Yes.
Did Titania see which way which part of the wall the dudes went into?
They haven't gone into the wall. They're standing by the wall.
Cool. Can she talk to him?
You can try.
Yeah, maybe they'll know.
Titania just walking up while you guys are discussing. Hey, buddy.
Yes.
I know you're on duty and whatnot. This won't take but just a second. Do you remember what's in those two rooms? I can't. I don't think they did.
Did you not take orientation?
I did, but I have been told several times I have bad memory. It's a chronic condition.
ADHD in the workplace is an understandable situation. Jeff has ADHD. He says, looking over at the other right, which is already looking at something else. If what was the question?
Do you
I
know what's
don't
in?
have. Go on.
Sorry. Do you know what's in these two rooms?
He looks over to the one room, looks over to the other room. I do not.
Oh, so they didn't go over that part in orientation. That sucks.
Well, I don't have a brain.
I know a lot of guys that don't have brains.
It was removed by the shambling mounds.
Oof. That's rough,
What was
buddy.
that? What
Yes.
did you say?
The shambling mounds in the room down there removed my brain.
Where does he point?
He's pointing south.
Told you.
Ah,
I asked Mirja to give me a new one, but that has not happened. She's too focused on her pets.
Why, who's Musha?
She oversees the hatchling pens and will not help with my inability to remember things.
oh, that's a shame. You should talk to HR
I'm
about
assuming
that.
that's the other. I'm assuming
I
Musha lives over
would,
there,
but
right?
she's yes. That is also our HR department, ironically.
Oof.
Well, that and the succubus and the vampire. Honestly, HR is stacked against the common workforce, but we're technically slaves due to necromantic power. So, like, you get what you get, I guess. Woo, feudalism.
Have you thought of unionizing, maybe?
We would, but again, literally can't as we're enslaved by necromantic powers.
Oh, well, I think you're really thinking too less of yourselves. You are very capable. I see a lot of promise in both of you.
The other right's just hitting its head against the wall at this point.
So much promise.
These wolves feel good on my skull.
All right. Well, I think we learned everything to know. They've been very helpful. So shambling mound or vampire succubus beastkeeper lady?
Miaja isn't vampire succubus. She is red wizard.
Oh, great, great.
I'd be
Another
concerned
red
if we're going
wizard.
against something that's vampire and succubus. Not sure how that would work.
It would suck.
Probably in more than one way.
Like I said, if I wasn't already dead, I'd kill myself. Anyway, let's think about this. The red wizard is obviously going to have one of the keys, but the shambling mound could have a key within it as well. Really, just silence again.
I mean, remember what our guide said? The shambling mound might have the key more so than one of the red wizards.
Yes, you're right. Actually, right. Like Dad said, it doesn't trust red wizards as much as you would think. But at the same time, this one is head of HR, which obviously it's a pretty high up position in terms of red wizards.
Fair.
I'm thinking shambling mound is probably going to be a bit simpler.
Hmm.
Plus,
I
you
don't
being
think
a monster
shambling.
hunter. Go ahead.
I don't think shambling mounds cast magic either.
Right, exactly. Which gives me a lot more hope. So, my vote is on the mound. Thoughts? Come on.
I don't suppose
We're a
with your,
team here.
don't suppose with your monster hunting you've encountered any of those shambling mounds in your past.
Santa, would you say that I've encountered shambling mounds before?
Roll me a history.
That's a 19. 19 history.
Yeah, you would know them as creatures of living plants. They're basically large beasts made of shrubbery. Literally living bush.
Living bush. Not to be confused with other living plant creature things.
When you say that, Willow's gonna clutch at his amulet. Yes. All right. Shambling Mountain it is then. And he will begin to stroll up towards the White Gate, where the Shambling Mound lies behind.
So, as you enter, alrighty. The scent of decaying plants hangs over an underground garden. White vines trembling as if touched by an unfelt breeze twine around cracked pillars that glow with a pale light. Between the pillars, ashen flowers, sickly grey shrubs, and giant mushrooms stand in dense groves around a couple of gravel paths. Many baskets full of plant matter are stacked on shelves carved into the walls near the door. As you enter, 12 unarmed humanoid skeletons wander the area. They appear to be harvesting plant material in large baskets. As they tear off growths, a crackling sound accompanies an increase in the glow of a nearby pillar, and the harvested plant starts to rapidly regrow. The skeletons ignore you as they move around the room.
So they'd be able to sense us, but they simply just don't care.
They don't care. They don't seem to care.
They're on pruning duty.
We have found the gardeners.
Right.
Basically.
Can
Which, now that I
I-
think about it, are fairly similar to the fucking skeletons from Sirens Through the Fog, ironically enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Using skeletons for menial work. Also, that appears to be a thing I use a lot now that I think about it, because Azamedes did that too. Anyways, go on.
Titania, are Shambling Mound's magic?
I believe so.
Do you know this, or are you guessing?
Are they magic, Santa?
You believe so?
Oh, God.
Motherfucker.
I mean, they are just plants, aren't they?
Well, obviously, they're not just plants. They're like monstrosities. You know, big
Oh, no.
abominations.
They're plants.
Then there you go. They should be magical if they're having to do stuff.
They're pretty resilient to cold and heat. Lightning won't even touch them.
Hey, what do you mean they're resilient to heat? Are they flammable?
I mean,
It's a tropical plant. See how the leaves and stuff are?
it was about something like how a cactus would be.
Certain plants can actually live in volcanic regions without any problem.
I really wanted to set something on fire.
As you say that, the pillars grow brightly as the ground becomes covered in vines. Moving through this room will be on difficult terrain.
Oh, for all the gardeners they have around here, you'd think they'd carve a path or something.
I mean, you did just say that you wanted to burn something. I think you offended it.
Add on to that, maybe I was onto something when it's about... If they are plants, then they'd be after something with flesh. They're not really going to bother with bone. So maybe it is the pulse thing.
That too. That would also explain all the holes with vines.
I'm going
As
to
you
set
say
anything
that-
on fire. It was just a bit of a joke, anyway.
As you say that, Titania,
Yes. I'm getting grabbed again, aren't
You-
I?
you are not only getting grabbed, you are taking some damage here. As a large hand constructed of roots and vines and mushrooms comes bursting out of the shrubbery slams right into Titania.
So,
As you are slammed to the ground and you are brought up, Titania, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. As you, well, you'll see.
all right. Dirt 20.
20. Alrighty. So you are not suffocating, but you watch as this large, sort of almost ape like creature constructed of vines and plants and mushrooms, as this large mouth opens up and it swallows Titania whole.
I've been consumed, huh?
Oh dear. Okay,
You
we need
have
to
been
move.
engulfed as you are technically grappled. Um, you are not taking any suffocation damage though this round, so good on you.
My head's just
Um,
sticking out of its mouth.
as you are just swallowed, the teeth forming. As this happens, another one is forming behind you, Willow. I need everybody to roll me initiative.
4. Yay.
Ugh.
14.
It's just 17.
Alrighty, Zara, you are first to go. Despite the shambling mounds attacking you, the skeletons don't seem to be on the offensive.
Skeletons don't care.
One shambling mound has begun to, or has already swallowed Titania, while the other one has formed behind Willow.
Wait,
Okay,
another one's behind me?
There are two in
Yes.
total.
Oh shit.
so she's going to head up to the one swallowing Titania. And I believe that I can dish it out like this. So, did it say that it has to be an unarmed strike? Nope, just with a hit with a melee weapon that works. So, first things first. Quarterstaff to it
That's a hit.
for 9 bludgeoning. It should be counted out.
Alrighty.
It should be noted that all these also now count as magic as well, given that I've reached that level of monk.
Mm-hmm. Are you a Kinsey monk, by the way?
No, I am at the way of what was it again? Way of mercy,
Ah, okay.
meaning I can technically, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try for this. Oh no, that has to be with an unarmed strike, but I can do this
Yeah.
still with it for the quarterstaff. I'm going to spend a key point. I'm going to need this plant to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. That'll be a 21.
Yeah, that's going to be a pass. It's a bit too high for me to do it with, but I can now spend a key point to do flurry of blows, striking twice with unarmed
Hey,
attacks.
do it.
15.
15. That is meet and beat. That wins.
10 bludgeoning. On top of that, because I believe I can do this. Okay, I spend 1 key point to deal that equal to that and that. I can use it only once per turn. Okay, might as well. I'm going to spend another key point to
Mm-hmm.
use Hand of Harm. Yeah, Hand of
Okay.
Harm. So essentially put I can roll my martial arts dice, add wisdom modifier to it to do extra damage. But it's
Extra
only once per turn.
necrotic. Alrighty, go
So
ahead and
martial
do
art
that.
dice is currently 1d6, so that is 7 necrotic on top of that.
Sweet.
On top of that, let me just check that as well. Yeah, I'm going because I've got the physician's touch as well. Because of level 6. It's also poisoned now.
Alrighty.
Second unarmed attack is a 22 for 8 bludgeoning. Spending a key point. Constitution saving throw. Let's see if it can resist being stunned again.
That is a 19.
Let me try and figure out how to work out DCs because this goes off my would it go off my Constitution with this, or would it go off Wisdom? It says Constitution saving throw, but it doesn't say. I'm guessing it goes off of.
It's your wisdom DC.
Yeah, so yeah, it beats the 16.
You're just overall monk.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then extra attack. That's a miss with the quarterstaff.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Yep.
So, with that, it is now Titania's turn. Titania, I need you to make me a strength saving throw or a constitution saving throw. Sorry.
Will she get any advantages due to the thing being poisoned?
It is not poisoned.
On save, you say?
Is it immune to poison condition?
That is a natural
Yes,
20 for a con
it is
save.
immune to poison.
It is a
our
27 at that.
So you're good. Inside, what are you wishing to do? You are not currently suffocating or being crushed.
I may not be able to swing it, but I am on the inside. Can I just, like, slice with the nymph?
You are grappled and restrained.
Huh.
You can try to roll me a strength saving throw to get out if you'd like. Doesn't say that in the creature's rules, but I'll allow it. Because Wizard of the Coast is always wrong.
A strength saving throw to get out?
Yes.
This is going to be a violent attempt at getting out.
Yes, as we could tell by its noise.
That's another 27, but it's not natural.
27. Alrighty. You do manage to rip yourself out like a chest burster as you just see Titania just rip out of the shrubbery's chest. That will, however, be your turn. And on that, then it is on to the Shambling Mound's turns. And the one behind Willow is going to attack Willow. What's your AC, Willow?
16.
16. That is a hit. As it hits you with the slam, but the real thing is, does it hit you with the second attack? That is still a hit. So as you are going to take Willow, you are taking 13 points of damage. And as Titania breaks out, Willow, you don't have time to celebrate as you are engulfed by vines. You just swallowed down whole.
Every tabaxi's nightmare to become a
I need you to
hairball.
make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
It's going to be 5 plus 1
Ooh.
from my
Ooh.
amulet and plus 1 more from my emboldening bond. So that's 7.
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage. as you are being crushed and grinded up inside of the shambling mound. On that though, Willow, it's not your turn. It's the other shambling mound's turn. Is he is going to make an attack on Titania. He misses.
Ooh.
With his second attack. He can't engulf since he missed. He can only engulf if he hits on both attacks. He misses on that, and you and Zara get an attack of opportunity.
Oh. Ooh.
That is 11 bludgeoning.
11 bludgeoning. Alrighty.
That is a 22 to hit. So that'll be 1d12 plus 5. And this was slashing damage that is occurring, so that is proxing slasher. So it now has disadvantage and it can move 10 feet less.
Yes, but what was the roll that you made?
The dabblage.
Yeah, what was the dabblage?
Dabblage was 12.
Okay, sweet. Alrighty. The one that you've been attacking is not looking so good so far. However, the one that just swallowed Willow is looking great. But as that happens, the white pillars glow, and the shrubbery begins to regrow all around the room, including the plant monsters. As you see some of the damage beginning as vines begin to reconnect in certain spots. However, he still looks really fucking bad.
My
Despite this.
begonias!
Willow, it's your turn.
Can I see outside of the monster?
In very brief intervals of the vines moving
Of
and
me getting
shifting around.
Chomped. Okay, so
Yeah.
you said there's one pillar or there are multiple pillars?
There are 4 pillars.
Fuck. Okay. And they glow together, not like one at a time?
They all glow together.
Okay, well, fuck it. We ball. I'm gonna go ahead and the Hamadryad amulet of the devout on my chest begins to. Actually, no, this is actually a different thing. Because I'm Fey touched, I have access to Misty Step. So as one of the openings comes up, I'm gonna burn a bonus action to Misty Step 30 feet out of the shambling mound and
Alrighty.
Next to one of the pillars.
Alrighty.
So poofing next to the pillars,
Poof.
lands, hero lands, superhero lands. You know, one hand on the ground, 2 feet on the ground as well. And with the other hand, he's going to touch. Actually, I have range on this, but you know what? It's cooler if we do it this way. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to touch one of the pillars, close my eyes, and cast Dispel Magic.
Alrighty. So you're casting Dispel Magic.
Yep.
The pillars disperse as the magic fueling them is dispelled, along with the skeletons.
Yes.
Because Dispel Magic is an area of effect. So the skeletons drop. The shambling mounds, however, remain.
Okay, cool. So that is my action. Bonus action. I am going to use my tabaxi, my cat claws, which give me a climbing speed of 20 feet. I'm going to climb 20 feet up the pillar.
Alrighty.
And that'll
So
be
you're
my turn.
climbing 20 feet up the pillar. Wonderful. Then in that case, we go back to the top, but I will be right back before we do. Give you a little bit of time of planning.
Right. So now their healing is gone. That's good. We've got this. Oh, did you take the slasher feat?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That coupled with the great axe and a couple other little doodads.
I only took 1 feat because we could only get 2 feats at the moment. The other one was an ASA I took.
Fighter gets multiple. I think fighter gets more of the ability score improvements. So instead of taking the ability score improvements for a couple of them, I went with more feet.
It's
Yeah, I usually
because
prioritize feats, but I had to up my wisdom, so I took 1 feat and then 1 ability score.
it's because given how it was described, I thought we were going to be fighting actual red wizards. So
But
I
we
took
probably will be. I mean, I don't think we're very deep in,
so
honestly.
I took Mage Slayer.
Mage Slayer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
bad
yeah.
to
It's a
have.
good
I
choice. No, I'm
imagine
sure
we
that'll
will
come
be
in clutch
fighting.
later on, yeah.
because
I figured we would be fighting monster-based things, so I went down that route.
because monks with Mage Slayer are apparently the best thing to get rid of magic users.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get up there fast. If they're doing concentration spells, you're hitting them 4 times to make them break that concentration. And with Mage Slayer, they can't
Yeah,
really
that's a
do shit
great
about
point,
it.
yeah. I really wanted to rip off one of the patches and just spawn in a 24-foot ladder inside of
Ooh.
the shambling mound, but I figured because it's like plants, it wouldn't do so much explodey as it would just kind of grow around it. And it
So
wouldn't do much.
there is something I can do as well because of this Way of Mercy that I'm trying. Because I've never used this before. Apparently, it's from Tasha's. If I use Flurry of Blows,
Yes.
yeah, I can. What is it? Does it say I need to be someone close? Yeah, it's a touch thingy. So basically, if 2 of us are in combat and I'm right next to you and you're injured, I can
You
use
can
one
flare
of
your blows
my
with somebody.
no, I can replace one of my uses of Flurry of Blows. Like I still punch one with Flurry Blows, but I can replace one of them with healing someone up to my martial art die plus my wisdom dice.
Oh, nice. It'd be hilarious if you could just burn your flurry of blows and just repeatedly punch your allies to health.
Yeah, technically I could.
Just wail
I
on
could.
them to heal them.
Does it say that I can only use that once for thingy? If I've got the key, I can do it. Yeah, when you use Flurry of Blows, you can replace one of your and strikes. So if you use this feature without spending a key point, so I use Flurry of Blows. One of them heals, and then I spend a key point to heal with the second Flurry of Blow punch. But also, because of the Physician's Touch, I could also get rid of blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned effects on the ally.
Oh, nice. You can get
Wow.
condition effects to gone.
Hmm.
I always really liked playing my monk back in the day. I didn't play Path of the Mercy, though. It seems interesting.
Oh, you
Path
know,
of the Mercy's fun.
I used to just go with the default thingy, but then I looked at the Path of Mercy. I kind of want to just play around with this, get some extra healing
Hell
in
yeah.
there.
Oh, I think I totally forgot to add armor.
Yeah, you're gonna want that.
I did. So I've been running around with 13.
When you're a fighter, yeah, you should be like at.
I
Probably-
mean, I am a half orc, so if I air quotes go down, it won't be pleasant if I come back.
Right.
Uh,
So I got a question now, because what someone said there was essentially it's like a month's worth of time when we were in the place.
Yeah.
What does that mean for dawn and dusk? Because given we were allowed an uncommon magic item, I took the dragon hide belt.
It's a good
sent
point.
you a question, Santa dear, if you can reply.
I'm assuming that we'll run it as like the perceptible day, but yeah, I mean if it's every dawn, like it depends where we are. If we're not on the material plane, that could mean
So-
something totally different.
This is the thing. If you take a long rest, you can't take a long rest in the Doom Vault. You will have to take a long rest in the guardhouse. If you do that, you age and you lose 5 permanent health each time you take a long rest in this dungeon.
Oh fuck.
I've shortened this dungeon significantly. This is a 4 to 5 session dungeon, by the way. Which is why I'm kind of doing it this way. The teleportation is a thing, but the you get a little bit more less randomness in the teleportation. And it's supposed to be 6 gates and not every gate is active. Sometimes you have to go and activate them. But I've shortened it down a little bit because, yeah.
One shot.
So
Mhm.
when would the
Or
dragon
two.
head belt come into effect then? Would it have to be on a long rest?
Yeah, my amulet also
And
does a
uses of your
dawn.
key features. The bonus is determined by the belt's rarity. I don't see anything. Oh, you
But you
can't use this action
until
against
next dawn. So how are we handling dawn?
long rest.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, so
That's what it normally would be.
so essentially put those items effect.
Mm.
Like the DC thing's fine, but we only really get one use if we don't want to sacrifice age.
Right, which is 5 permanent hit points.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, which I do have quite a lot of HP, but that's still kind of fucked.
Well, it is a vault full of lich treasure, so maybe we'll probably find stuff on it. We'll
Yeah.
find stuff.
Just means I have to choose the exact time to use that then.
Yeah, you gotta just be careful about it.
Yeah, meaning I can't really blow through my key like monks are supposed to. Because I've already blown through 4 of them.
Mhm.
It is your turn, by the way, Zara.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Just trying to wipe pizza grease off my fingers. Given the one that tried to swallow Titania is looking extremely haggard, might as well finish off that one before trying to get the other one gone, so... That is 7 bludgeoning on that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still up?
Mm-hmm.
Screw it,
Is
'cause
it
I'm gonna have to try and
contemplating
save...
plant choices?
Because I'm gonna have to try and save key. I'm not gonna do flurry of blows. I'm just gonna use my extra attack and miss.
And a miss. On that, though, it
Oh,
is Titania's turn.
I was
Oh,
gonna
go
say,
on.
given Titania's out of the thing now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, in that case, I would have moved behind it to get that flanking bonus. So that 11 is actually still a miss, but it's a better miss.
It's a better miss.
A better miss, which is what counts.
Yes, that's me.
On that note, Titania, because they are
Yes.
flanking, you do have advantage on your rolls.
Marvelous. Let's see. That is a 22 to hit without advantage.
I want to state, you can tell Dreadbolt is an older dungeon because the forests of slaughter, the ooze grottos, the predator pools, like
Sweet
it's such an
names, you
older
mean?
campaign. I love it. Yeah, sweet names. Like the Forest of Slaughter is definitely a heavy metal screamo fucking album from like the 80s. What was that, Ranna?
That's a 22 to hit again.
That's a hit.
Only 9 damage this time. But I can go ahead and use, what is it, extra attack, and I will go ahead and hit again. I'm taking it a 15 won't hit, question mark?
Meet and beat, 15 hits.
Marvelous. And that is 8 more damage on top. Such a just Titania whipping out the freaking massive great axe, slapping into one side and then spinning and slapping into the other side with it.
As you begin to slice into this, the Shamround still up, not looking so good. He's looking a bit pruned. a bit sheared. He's seen better days. However, it is his turn, and he's attacking Titania. What's your AC, Titania?
AC is 16.
16. That's a hit. And both are hits. So you know what time it is, kiddos.
Time to get chomped.
I just
Tanya's
freaking
taking 10 points of damage. You are being swallowed. I need a constitution saving throw from you.
Wait, where's that reset to 15 again? It's 10 plus
on con save.
plus 18.
23.
Right, let me just check. Wisdom.
Zara, as you watch Titania carve into the shambling mound, you see as she cuts down the middle opens up and it engulfs her. And she's
Titania,
pulled right back in.
Titania
The
just
other
pokes
one,
her head out freaking one of the holes she's made.
the other one, who's not super happy that his meal got away, is going to move to the closest thing, which is Zara, and he's going to attempt to attack Zara. Ah, no, not the die. It fell. Where'd it
Run,
go?
dice, run.
Fudge monkeys. I don't know. Wait. Well, shit. This is why we use multiple. That's a hit on the first one. I've got to reroll.
What did the first one get?
The first one got a 19.
Yep.
And then the second one got a 18.
18's a meet and beat.
Meet and beat. Alrighty. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. So you're taking 2 points of damage and you are being engulfed. That
14.
is a meet and beat. So you are good. Where did that fucking dice go?
It's
Where the
gone.
fuck did it go?
It fell into the back rooms.
Oh no. That's the Miro dice too for Star Plunder.
Oh no.
No, you gotta get it back.
Oh no. I don't know where it went. I'll have to look for it afterwards.
You'll find it when you least expect it.
Probably.
It's weird that these
Alrighty.
swallow automatically.
So, Willow,
Yes.
your friends are engulfed.
Is it my turn now?
It is your turn.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Great. Friends are engulfed. That is a tricky little situation to be in. So one shambling mount is basically untouched. The other one's looking pretty bad at this point. Kind of falling apart.
The one Titania's in is pretty bad. The one Zara's in is untouched.
Okay. I'm going to look at the one that is looking pretty bad. Ooh. This takes an action, but it's kind of funny. Let me see here. Oh, okay. I'm going to cast command at 2nd level. I'm going to speak a one-word command to both creatures I can see within range. They must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. Now, the command will technically be spit, but I think I want to treat them like dogs and say, drop it! Drop it! And, yeah, so they have to make wisdom saving throws, a DC of 16. Hello?
Does command work on shambling mounds? Shambling mounds don't speak a language, nor do they understand a language. However, it's not the word that counts, it's the magic. And I think it
Oh,
does.
wait. If it doesn't understand your language, or if your command is directly harmful to it, the spell has no effect.
Okay, then yeah, it doesn't work.
Damn it. They don't know any language, even Sylvan. I speak Sylvan.
Not even Sylvan, they're not fey creatures. They're just
Oh,
they're
if only you
vegetarian.
were a druid with plant speak.
Ah, it was gonna
Literally,
be
so
cool.
literally, their category, and this is why shaman mounds are kind of a bit rare, is large plant unaligned.
Yep.
Like that's what it is.
Let me see here. That's an action. Damn it, that's my action. And I burnt a second level slot for that shit. God damn it.
Unfortunate.
Idiot. Stupid. Okay. Shit. I guess I'm gonna climb 20 feet higher on the pillar if I can. I'm gonna get to the ceiling.
Alrighty.
And I don't
In that,
do really anything else.
I need Zara to make me a strength saving throw.
21.
21. You do make it out, and I need Titania to make me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. 16?
That is a fail. So, Titania, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw now.
On your strength throw, we do have emboldening bond, which can give you a D4 on your saving throws.
You want me to add a d4?
Add a D4.
Add a d4.
I mean, it's your choice if you want to stay in there and get chomped on.
That's 4 more, I suppose. What was the original? 16?
So 20.
Yeah. How's that, boss man?
Got it safe now.
For what? Strength saving throw or Constitution?
The
Strength
first
saving throw?
one, yeah, the strength.
Yeah, you're out.
I just pop another freaking hole into the...
And to stop the cycle from repeating, Zara, what are you doing? Since it is your turn.
Let's go up and try and free. Yeah, because I wouldn't have moved from where I was, so technically I would have just been spat back out into the same spot, meaning I can. It does mean I am flanked myself, but if I can kill the one that's holding on to Titania in time, I'm no longer flanked.
Titania is free.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, this is with advantage, because flanking.
Yeah.
Hey.
So, let me just toggle advantage on. 27 for the first Wapow for 13.
That hits.
Is it still up after 13?
As you smack it, there's a resounding thwack as the vines begin to give way, and this wooden sort of skeletal structure collapses in on itself.
Woo!
It is dead.
Turn around
Rest
and slap the other one. This won't be with advantage
Slap.
because it's gone.
Slippity slap.
Flap.
Slap, slap, slappity, slippity, slap. And I slap, 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 but I cut staff in your head. Bing, bang, boom, that's a 20 dead.
That's a crit. Alrighty.
That is 18 bludgeoning.
18 bludgeoning. Alrighty.
And on top of that, given I've just remembered that this is a thing through martial arts, let me just check just to make sure. When I use the attack weapon with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon on my turn, monk weapons being simple weapons, if I recall.
Yeah.
Which the quarterstaff counts as. You can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Fuck it up.
So that's an extra 8 damage on top of that. And then move behind it to give an easier path for Titania to get in flanking with it.
Marvelous.
Alrighty.
By the way, there isn't a map that I'm supposed to be seeing in Roll20, right? This is all just in the mind.
It's all just in the mind.
Data of the mind.
All
It
right,
was just
thank you.
easy because I couldn't get the fucking maps to fit. And it was pissing me off. So, theater of the mind.
Okay.
Roll 20 is great for many things. Ironically, the primary thing it's meant for, it's not always
Over
great.
the cliffs of the mind.
So yeah, this is Theater of the Mind. So with that, it is Titania's turn. Titania, there is one more shambling mound up.
Fuck it up.
Cool. Obviously, I'm gonna go around to flank it. Hmm.
Beat his ass.
Let's do some more axe swingies. 17 to hit.
Yes.
Marvelous. Oh, you are taking all of these attacks with disadvantage, right, Santa? Your attack.
Why?
Slasher.
Oh, like your-
Yes.
yeah.
I was not. Thank you for reminding me on that.
All right.
All right.
Now I need to do what's 1d12 plus 5.
Advanced not for your slasher.
Oh, that is 13 damage.
Now, Trimmer, that's a different thing entirely.
And now we're going in with another attack because extra attack. I am going to assume that 14 does not hit.
Finish my coffee.
Sorry, what was that? Repeat that.
14 doesn't hit with the extra attack.
14 does not hit.
All right. So just the one attack.
Hmm.
How's the plant looking?
How much was the first amount of damage from the first attack?
First attack was 13.
He is not unscathed, but he's still looking healthy. There's still a healthy green.
He's not
If anything, you
wilted.
made him look like a dinosaur.
Oh god. Oh god. What? It's a topiary stomper.
Yeah.
Topiary. Is this topiary stomper?
Was that the end of Titania's turn?
Yep.
It's his turn. So they don't really get a lot that they can do. It's kind of the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
So he's gonna proceed to
Just putting Slasher
attack.
back up.
It is gonna have Slasher. He's going to proceed to attack Titania. Poor
There you go.
Titania.
It's the
He
topiary
does not
stomper.
hit in that first attack, but he does get the multi attack. He does, however, hit with the second attack. You rolled the same thing twice.
There we go in the Sirens chat.
So you
It's
are
the
still taking 2d8 damage.
in Sirens chat. There's a topiary stomper.
Oh my
Aww.
god.
I want one.
You are taking 9 points of damage as one of the vines whips out from its main body. It bitch slaps you. At that, it's Willow's turn. Willow.
Willow from the top rope is gonna go ahead and look at it, and he's gonna cast Toll of the Dead, which it has to make a Wisdom
Yes.
spell save. So 16, DC 16.
I just realized a character named Willow who knows magic going up and fighting against an evil dark mage while running through an entire keep of monsters and evil dark mages and black knights. This is a Ron Howard movie.
Could be.
What's the DC?
16.
16. It succeeds.
Ooh, fuck. Yep. Okay, so that. Damn it. That is my action, and I guess
That was a sad damn it.
it's very sad.
That's the damn it of every magic caster when they realize that they can't do shit with their cantrips.
I love my cantrips when they work.
When they
Cantrips are
work.
great.
Cantrips are great when they do their job.
I think these two got this handled. He'll just stay up there. And good luck. You've got this. I wish
This
I
is
could
when
be of
you
more
get
help.
dragged from the ceiling.
You got this.
And that'll be my turn.
And as you say that, Willow.
Yes.
I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Oh, sweet God. What's happening? 20? 20,
Uh,
20, let me,
it's got
22.
disadvantage, so it'll be the 9.
Oh,
11.
11.
As a ghostly hand reaches through the wall
Oh, damn it.
and pulls you along the wall
Along the
towards
ceiling?
the south. Yes, towards the south entryway there.
Let me go.
And as
Bad
Willow is
touch.
pulled into the next room, the shambling mound begins to sort of the vines beginning to furl up as he sort of encurls in the rest of the shrubbery. And as he does, you all can hear a voice from the next room over to the south. This has been entertaining. I won't lie. However, I'm getting tired of you hacking at my plans. So let's talk. And that is where we're ending for the night.
Yeah. I hate Red Wizard.
I hope you all enjoyed tonight's session.
Always.
Hell yeah. Dude, I love
Suffers from
having
the
the
usual.
robe of useful things is because when I was inside of the shambling mount, I was like, all right, do I just create a 24-foot ladder inside? Do I just create 2 mastiffs inside of it?
Just 2
I
rabid dogs.
I decided since this is a book session, because we're using the yawning portal, I'm not going to put it on the podcast. I actually stopped recording it for that purpose, as it is slightly changed for ease since it's 2 days.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm not going to
I mean, it's
put
fine.
it out.
You
If
just put
if you want
a
to, you can.
you just put a thingy beforehand, just like a word beforehand, going, "Yep, no, it's not going to be 100% what the book is."
Mhm. But yes, I generally hope you all enjoyed. I'm not very good off of running from the books, especially Yawning Portal, which is notoriously difficult to run. But
Nah, it's been a long time since I've done the proper dungeon crawl.
This is actually my first ever dungeon crawl, I think. Or
I mean,
did we do
it's my first ever if you don't include Ram Dungeons.
it? That too.
Grand dungeons are more generally what you get with dungeon crawls. This has been kind of edited down. Eventually, I do want to do a genuine dungeon. Like I've got one plan for Star
Like a
Plunder.
campaign long
In the future.
dungeon, you're saying?
But I would like to do, yeah, I would like to do an actual like Yawning Portal campaign or Ghosts of Salt Marsh campaign. Um,
Tomb of Annihilation's interesting too. You just gotta take out like
it's
the time element of I don't like that they put that in there because it like
oh
there's
no,
this huge world
the
and then they just like
Soulmonger.
Mhm.
I always get rid of the Soulmonger's time restraints, and I do it more so on character lives and deaths.
yeah, that makes way more sense. Just because like I don't it's like counterintuitive to like being able to explore this giant island because you're just kind of forcing the players to rush straight to the end goal.
It's essentially a railroading tactic, I feel.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a weird choice. Like thematically, it's cool, but how it actually ends up working is kind of just like probably just
Like,
take it out.
it'd be more interesting if you're using it in like a smaller term setting. Like you've got a certain amount of time before you lose something in a certain room instead of the entire area.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, so what's the plan? Are we doing this the same time next week?
Yes, that is the current plan. Dion might join us then. Super easy to add her in with the guardhouse.
Good. I need sister.
You
I
get
need
it.
I need sister here. I mean, that's what Dion's
But
playing.
yes,
Dion is quite literally playing Zara's sister.
your character, yeah. Um, but yes, I do love Tomb of Annihilation. I may run that at some point when I have time.
I just love grungs,
However,
honestly. Anything with grungs in it.
Grungs
heart.
is great, although I love Tomb of Annihilation because I'm an Asterisk fan. I'm an
Yeah.
old Tombs of Horror nerd. And Asterisk is probably my favorite D&D villain, other than Captain Nylathorod, which is the Spelljammer's pirate illithid, who is a illithid that remembers his life before he was an illithid, which is why he's a pirate. Because he was a pirate before he was an illithid.
Yep.
There you go.
He also got his own Magic the Gathering deck.
He did. However, he was not brought back in Spelljammers, and I was pissed.
Yeah, he's not there. To be fair, illithids in general aren't there.
No, they're not, and I get it because the illithids are very heavy in 5th edition. Illithids are very heavy in Faerun at the moment. They've kind of really hit on the illithid's presence in the Underdark in 5th edition, whereas in lore-wise, illithids were astral sea. And there's a
It's-
reason for that. It's them getting away from the Gith and the Aboleths. But
That's something I like with, because as I said, I'm running that on Wednesdays for people. I found like supplements that you have in certain parts of the mission itself of the book, just to extend it a bit. One of them is you helping out this Gith Yankee that you find in the story to go take out mind flayers.
yeah,
And I just like that fact that adds that in. Also, I've just found a picture of the deck with him as the commander for Magic the Gathering. Guess what the deck's called?
What?
what?
Mind Flayers.
Oh yeah, mind flayers.
Play ours.
One of my favorite things. So in the Astral Sea, illithids aren't called illithids. Mind flayers are what they're called on the material plane. Illithids is their actual name, but what they're called in the Astral Sea is the Geth. That's what many of those races know them as, because it's what the Gith call them. They call them the Geth, the opposition of the Gith. Which is something that I'm actually really happy that they do in Baldur's Gate, because all Gith characters call illithids. They don't call them illithids; they call them Geths, which means the slavers,
Also,
because that's what the illithids are. Mhm.
I just realised I should probably do this just in case we do decide to upload this somewhere. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on Death in Thay. Dead in Thay.
Dead and Thay. But yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. This is a very heavily edited version of Doomvault because it's a 2-session thing that we were just doing while Fred was in Mexico, despite the fact that Fred is back.
Hey.
So in that, dos vidania, see you all, farewell. If you enjoyed this, please check out Devil Darlings on YouTube at Devil Darlings, the YouTube page. Soon to have Devil Darlings, the movie, not an actual thing, but who knows. Also on YouTube at the Chocobo Keeper, you can visit Echoes Through the Past or Echoes of the Past.
Echoes from the Past, if I recall.
Echoes from the Past. I fucked up it both times, but Echoes from the Past, a wonderful D&D campaign run by Chocobo Keeper with those two knuckleheads, Fred and Leigh.
Hey.
If you enjoyed that kind of stuff, but you don't enjoy watching it on YouTube, if you want Spotify, we do Sirens Through the Fog Spotify, which is normally what we'd be recording today. And if you enjoy that, we also have Star Plunder, which is Space Pirates, which has
Hey.
Wizard, Ranna, Fred, me, and a couple others.
We talk super
also
stupid
Sirens
all
Through
the time. It's great.